You can either purchase flashcards, like already made flashcards from like a couple of people that sells like Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Life of Me Day. Those that are just joining, welcome. Thank you very much for joining my channel today. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button below. Also like this video and share to your family and friends. And for those that are joining and always been watching my videos, welcome back and thank you very much for always watching. And guess what, guys? We have finally reached 100 subscribers. Woo! I'm so excited for that. And that was like all thanks to everyone that's probably subscribed to my channel and also supported me. I am so grateful. Thank you for getting me up to 100k. Sorry, up to 100 subscribers, not 100k. You see, I actually want to get to 100k so fast. So I'm like 100k, but 100 subscribers, and I'm so grateful for that. And also, do not forget to keep watching and keep sharing these videos. So guys, today I have something very interesting to give out. So for those that are new to my channel, I am a nursing student here at Western Illinois School of Nursing. That's like down in Macomb. That's in Macomb, Illinois. So if you want to like probably come here or something, you can look it up. That's fine. And guys, I've been getting a couple of DM like for a while now asking me questions on tips I use for studying. I know like it sounds weird, tips I use for studying. Like it might not really work for everybody, but I decided to share on like how I study since I got like messages about that. And I don't know if it's going to work for you or this, but I'm just giving out there. So if you want to try it, if it works for you, that's good. And success for that. So the number one tip for studying, like it doesn't sound like a tip though, but it's actually a tip. I know it sounds weird, but it's truly a tip, is avoid procrastination. It sounds weird, right? Yes, I know, even to me it sounds weird. But that's like the first thing we all need to get rid of. Procrastination, oh my god, it's can actually like distract studying so hard. And that's why it's like number one tip for studying. In the sense that if you are like, you want to study for an exam and you promise to study like let's at 10 p.m. But you're on your phone, you have like TikToks, Instagram, you're checking that. I'm also guilty of that because I think like sometimes like it actually affects me, like having to check, oh, I just got a new message coming up on my phone, I'm checking that, like, and yeah, procrastinating, moving the time to, okay, I think I'll just study at like 3:30, move it again, 4 p.m., move it again, 5. I'm like, okay, bro, the time is gone. Like by the time you're done, like we're moving the time forward, you didn't get enough time to study. So like first thing you want to do is getting rid of those procrastinations, like moving things forward. You just want like do not procrastinate. When you don't procrastinate, bro, I promise you, I'm not promising you like I promise you, but to be honest, like that's really going to help you because you're actually going to have like enough time on your hand to do what you want to do. So the second tip I use is I use flashcards. So you can either purchase flashcards, like already made flashcards from like couple of people that sells, like I think there are a couple people that actually sell, you can even get like on Amazon or something, but like flashcards, or I make my flashcards myself in the sense that I use my textbook. For instance, if I'm covering like some medications, if it's on maybe antidepressants, I probably just look up my textbook and be like, okay, can I see the pages of antidepressants, and I write them out on a flashcard, and that way like I read it. And that way, that really helps. Like I used that for one of my exam. I kind of like got some notepads and I wrote stuff out, and that like really helped me like remember fast. And even when you're like out, you can easily like just pull up your notepads and like just read what you wrote down. It's quite handy and it's pretty easy. I don't know if it's gonna work for people, but for everyone else, but it really works for me. Getting that flashcard, it really helped me pass one of my ATI. So you can also try that. Then the third thing I also do again is study groups. Oh my god, study groups are pretty helpful, like very, very helpful. I have like study groups, oh my god, they're like anytime you actually need something, I can even call them because the study group thing, this actually works for me here. So we are just 4 in my study group and we all do the study guides for the exams together. That way like we get to understand stuff better. Like okay, for instance, when we're doing our study guide, I can ask you, oh, this part of the study guide, I do not understand it. So that way you understand better. but the study groups are pretty helpful. So picking up your study groups, you want to pick the right set of people. You don't want like just anybody in your study group that is going to cause you distraction. For your study group, you need people that are actually aligning with your same goal and you understand each other, so you guys don't have like a lot of disagreement and spend half of the time disagreeing. So study groups are pretty helpful. You can try that though. And the 14 I do that helps me get with nursing school is I take notes in class. Oh my god, taking notes sometimes like are pretty helpful. There are a couple of things that you might not even get anymore in the textbook or something, and even in the PowerPoint your professor actually like just post up there. Well, when you take notes in class, whenever like they give like something pretty important, like you get to write it down, and sometimes it even retains in your head that, oh yeah, writing stuffs down so that like if you heard, because like hearing things like help me better. I'm kind of like a better learner when I hear things rather than see. But so whenever I just like write stuff down without saying it, writing it down like it's going straight like into my head, so that way like I'm not gonna forget about it too. That really helps. And one other thing I do again is the 15 that also helps me again with nursing school studying is I also review my professors. I know that it doesn't make sense saying, okay, I'm trying to study and I'm reviewing. So reviewing in the sense that things that I do not understand or I went through in class and doesn't seem pretty like decent or doesn't like seem very explanatory to me, I walk out the person and I'm like, okay, whatever you said in class, I do not understand. When can I meet up with you to just give me like a better understanding or a better breakdown so I get to know you better? So meeting up your professors are pretty helpful in studying. Another thing I also do is watching YouTube videos. Oh my god, watching YouTube videos are pretty helpful. Like they've been so helpful for me, like they've been so helpful to me. There are a lot of YouTube videos out there that are like really helpful for students for learning, and like there are a couple of, there's like Level Up RN, there's Registered yeah, I think Sarah RN, or like, yeah, but they're like a tons, and like there are tons and tons of YouTube videos out there for students. Oh my god, they are so helpful. So I usually like use YouTube videos a lot to study. Like it's really helpful. So the 7th tip I use for studying is following the key points in the textbook. Oh my god, that's so good. For my pharmacology class, oh my god, because I really can't read the whole book. It's a lot. Having to read like 6 chapters for one exam or 7 chapters is too much for me to like put the whole book on my head. So those key points you have, like some textbooks like have it at the ending of each textbook, so like that's also known as summary, and some book like write it as the key points. Reading those are so helpful because sometimes like those tiny words you're not seeing in the main book you're reading, you get to see them in like the key point area. So reading those key points are so good and so helpful. So we can also try the reading that part. Another thing I do that also helps me is highlighting. I usually highlight my textbook a lot, or whatever note I used to study, in the sense that I can use like green color for this part, yellow. So whenever I'm trying to study, for instance, if I'm writing about maybe a particular disease, I can write about the pathophysiology as the first thing and like highlight with like a yellow color. Then I can write like the signs and symptoms with like a blue color. So that way I know, okay, every patho I have is color blue. Every signs and symptoms I have is color green. So that way I can remember, okay, yeah, blue, green, and that way like it really helps me because I'm like, I have a lot of memories like with color, so I love playing with colors a lot. So that's like so helpful. So another thing I do again is practice questions. Practice questions are so good in the sense that you are better and you are more familiarized with answering those questions. You get like a better way of how to answer questions because you are answering a lot of questions, and that way you get to know, okay, this is how to approach a question. Approaching is so good. So when you kind of like do a lot of practice questions, you are already familiarized with how to approach a particular question, and that way you also acquire more knowledge from practice questions. So practice questions I always do is ATI has a couple of practice questions, and if you love to know like how I get to those custom quizzes for ATI and like do a lot of practice questions, you can just put it in the comment section below, so that way I would know if you want me to like make more videos on that. I can like show the steps of how I get to those custom quizzes. Then also there's also a book called NCLEX. I really don't know the name for like the full name, but like an NCLEX, kind of like an NCLEX book. I think it's Sanders, like Saunders, yes, Sanders NCLEX book, the 8th edition. That's what I'm currently using. That book as well also has a lot of practice questions. Like it has tons and tons of questions, over 6,000 questions. So I can also like break it down to like, okay, what particular topic am I trying to study? For instance, for the med surg area, it has renal. It also has the GI system. It also has musculoskeletal system. So if you want to see how I kind of like check it out, and that way I can specialize on the particular topic I want to study, you can also put in the comment section below so I can make a video of how I go through it, and I can show you the steps for that. So those are like the practice questions I also use. And also your textbooks, they also have practice questions. Trying them out. We use Elsevier, like Elsevier Sanders, like their product a lot. So we have the Elsevier the lessons we read. And those lessons also have they have quizzes in between. They have the mini quizzes, and at the end of each chapter it also has like a kind of like a big quiz. So you also like doing those quizzes like also help you remember things faster, and like you're so, like I said earlier, that we also get accustomed to answering questions, also approach. Then the last but not the least tip I also use is sleeping. Yeah, I know you think it's not a tip. It is a tip. Sleep. You need to rest. Like your brain is not like, it's not a time clock. It's not a time machine. You need that rest. Take breaks in between. You want to stretch. Make sure you're taking a lot of water. You have to be hydrated. You need that. You're sleeping, eating, and you're getting a lot of rest. You don't need that because you still need to study more, and that's the only way you can do it. And reading 24 hours cannot help. So you need that time of in between. You need it. So guys, so that's 10 tips of how I study, and it's been so helpful for me, and I really do hope that's going to be helpful for you as well. And do not forget, if there's any other thing you want to see or any other thing you want me to do, you can just put that like in the comment section right below. And also do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. If you want to see more, let me know. Thank you, until I see you again. Bye.